beats Texas Tech 52-21. And really a game where Oklahoma, obviously it wasn't perfect, but Oklahoma played much better on both sides of the ball. Obviously you start with Caleb Williams on the offensive side of the ball, over 400 yards passing, six touchdown passes, and really no turnovers, no bad plays. Really, I mean, you look at what he did. There was only maybe a time or two where his passes were off the mark. Had a couple of drops, but was really good on the offensive side of the ball. Marvin Mims had a great day receiving with let me pull up his complete stats. Marvin Mims, 4 catches, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mario Williams, his best day as a Sooner, 5 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown. Drake Stoops, 3 catches, 57 yards and a touchdown. So I think they mentioned on the broadcast of the 6 touchdown receptions, I think there was 5 different receivers that caught touchdowns. Marvin Mims, Mario Williams, Drake Stoops, Braden Willis, and then Austin Stockner. All 5 of those guys had touchdown receptions in the game, and then obviously the Brian Darby late touchdown pass from Spencer Rattler. So so you love what you see out of the true freshman. Continue over and over and over again continues to play well. I believe looking at his season stats, I believe 14 touchdowns, just the 1 interception, either 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns on the year as well. So playing well, could see a situation where he inserts himself into that Heisman conversation. Might have started that this week with this play, but certainly played really well. Really, really happy to see Spencer Rattler get in there, play well in the time that he was able to play, throw the touchdown pass, and then just really, really cool. I've always been a team first guy, so watching him get the accolades from the fans, watching him get the accolades from his teammates was really good. Kind of shows behind the scenes. Maybe he hasn't completely played out, I think, like a lot of us think that it did. And you got to go back and just understand how tough of a position he was in. So to be able to be that person, still be dialed in, and and still be one of those guys that a lot of the teammates love is really good and really big for him personally, and then I think professionally for his career going forward. I think it's one guy that you'll see. Injuries happen. Hey, something something might happen. Where he needs to be inserted into the game. Here and there at some point for no matter what. Who knows what the situation might happen. So good to have him back playing well. I think the one negative, I didn't think the offensive line played particularly well in the run blocking area. Oklahoma only had 72 yards rushing, and I know Texas Tech has been it's one of the better run defenses that they've had overall in the last 10-15 years. So I think they've held almost every opponent to under 100 yards. So Oklahoma was able to kind of take what the defense gave them to a certain extent. Obviously, 469 total yards passing in the game combined by Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler. But that running game has to be there, be able to be there as well coming down the stretch. Okay, so offensively, not much to kind of hang your hat on. Defensively, much better. I think Oklahoma struggled at times tackling, but still was much better than it has been. I thought Key Lawrence was pretty good, moving him over to the cornerback position this week. I know that Billy Bowman didn't play much, so I think the tackling is still a little bit of a concern. Even though it was much better, got better pressure on the quarterback. Isaiah Thomas was definitely, I would say, his best game of the year. today, was very disruptive on the defensive line. Batted a couple of balls down, got the fumble late in the game, was responsible for the interception as well, the tip ball interception. So, played really well. So I think that's going to be the continue success for Oklahoma. Oklahoma's, they're going to struggle in the back end a little bit. Just the talent is not quite where it was a year ago, specifically with some of the injuries and Woody Washington being out, which looks like maybe towards the end of the season we may get him back. But uh, yeah, I think that the recipe for success is going to be get off the field on third down, open field tackling, get pressure on the quarterback, and try to curtail some of that. Some of those deep throws, and because Oklahoma, as you saw today, they still struggled making plays on the ball in the back end. So I think that's another area. The concern is they're not getting beat deep. Most generally, they're there for the plays. They're just not able to make the plays. So I think that's something that Oklahoma needs to continue to improve upon, is really making those competitive plays. But yeah, like I said, 31-point win. Not much you can say other than that.